Hi there, it is, I don't know what the date is, it's beginning of January 2022, and about a week ago I shared a community post about a dream from Sister Servant of Eloyhim, and also a dream that Gunnar received about the mikveh purification and transformation of the 144. So this is another baptism that the 144 will go through to cleanse and make them ready and start their transformation process. And to confirm and just follow up on this post, I want to share a word received, not a word, a dream received by Erin at Sparrowcloud9 on January 2021. And also I'll link these two dreams here, videos, in case you missed the community post. So this is Sparrowcloud9.com, Dream 472, God's Answer to the Mocking, received January 2021. So I'm just skipping down a little. It says, I've had 3 incidents now that revolved around the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. I had first seen glimpses of the sub-dream below in a dream 3 days ago. However, it was not yet clear enough to post. Then, yesterday evening, I watched in reality the silhouette of the newly elected, quote-unquote, President and VP with their spouses, having a moment of silence over the 400,000 COVID-19 deaths in America. I then saw the sub-dream again last night, but this time more clearly. Sub-dream 1, the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool begins. I hear the clear voice of God. I am the God who sees. I am the Alpha and Omega. I am the beginning and the end. I am the God who sees. I then saw the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool reflecting the black sky. And this to me personally speaks of a time of darkness and judgment. Carrying on, as in the newscast from last night, that is, as in reality, the sides of the pool were lined with lanterns. These lanterns were meant to represent those who had died during the coronavirus. I then saw the lanterns form into something like ghosts. However, they were the saints of those who have died. All of the saints then turned to look at the 4 people, the newly quote-unquote elected president, the VP, and their spouses. They were silent and in shock. I then heard a rumble as if something was coming in the distance. The sound became louder and louder. The saints were now illuminated as lights, but in human form. The saints raised their hands to God in heaven. As the 4 of them stood trembling, there was a mighty shout. As the mighty shout rang out, the sky was peeled open. This was magnified as it was mirrored in the reflecting pool. I then saw 4 massive white horses. They were easily 70 feet high. Each had an angelic warrior riding him. They came down quickly and rode swiftly on the top of the water. I then heard the saints sing, My deliverer is coming, my deliverer is standing, my deliverer is coming, my deliverer is standing by. He will never break his promise. Though I doubt in my heart, I doubt my eyes, my deliverer is coming, my deliverer is standing by. And I might play or link this song at the end. Carrying on, the horses then stood at the base of the Lincoln Memorial. They were lined up side by side. As they stood waiting for God's command, their swords drawn, I saw people screaming and scattering. I then saw a large vessel. It tipped downward toward the reflecting pool. The 400 saints, who were represented by the lanterns for the 360 days of punishment of the land, then became 144,000 saints. Evil scattered at the sight of the 144,000. All those who had harmed the saints were particularly terrified. The 4 massive horsemen then went to the 4 corners of the area and faced outward, as if to guard the area. The 144,000 then knelt before God by the reflecting pool. An angel more powerful than any other then came. He was a ruler of God's army. He was the angel Michael. In a loud shout, Michael called the 144,000 to step into the healing waters to be strengthened. I then saw the saints transformed as they touched the living waters of heaven. The saints changed from one state to another and were refreshed and strengthened. I then heard a new song, as all of the saints and angels on earth, as in heaven, sang a holy song unto the Lord. The song was so powerful, and the power of God's cover so awesome, that no man near the area could stand on his own strength. There was no one there who could witness this, only the 144,000, all were the angels, and all of those watching in heaven. The voice of God then rang out, Voice of God, my servants, will receive a double portion of the sons of Jacob, and a double portion from heaven. Nothing, no man, and no weapon formed against you will succeed. I then heard the crowd of saints cheer, Holy are you, Lord, great and mighty is your name, who was, and who is to come. Amen. The cheers continued and rose and rose. It was resonating and like anything I had ever heard. Sub Dream 1 over. And I will link this for you as well. And I do recall in 2021 I received the number for the word well several times. A well is a small body of water. It could link to a baptism. Other dreams that my son has received included a pond, which is another body of water. And I received the number, I think 907, which is baptismo, which is for baptism. And well is also what Joseph was thrown down. It's a pit in the ground when his wilderness journey began. And his wilderness journey was his testing and training, and he was eventually led to a position of power in Egypt and into the palace. So the story is from the pit to the palace. The palace was Joseph's his promotion and his promise fully manifested from God after he was past all his testing through his wilderness journey. And this is where the remnant, the 144,000 is now in this hour. We're about to cross over into that promised land and receive our promotions and be elevated and promoted within Egypt, within the world. And I will leave it here, and I hope this blesses you, and please listen to the other 2 videos if you haven't yet. I believe many have received dreams about this baptism, but I had not heard of it before last year. So I'll see you at the next video. I'm going to be mirroring a very profound word about crossing over into the promised land and judgment. God bless.